Currently Kirkland, your source for city news and events in the community. With Connie Terman at the news desk. Stay up to date with weekly news reports and what's happening in Kirkland. Now, here's Connie.
Welcome to Currently Kirkland, where you hear stories about the people and sites that make Kirkland an attractive and vibrant place to live, work, and visit. I'm Connie Terman. A Kirkland woman born with cerebral palsy journeyed 300 miles from Seattle to Portland in a wheelchair. Tanya Finlayson began her trek June 8th in Everett and ended 4 days later in Gladstone, Oregon.
When I saw the finish line, the first thought that I had is something I cannot repeat on camera. It was very positive, but very colorful. My chin was hurting so bad that it made my body shake. After I stopped driving, I thought, we freaking made it. We actually made it.
So what inspired Tanya to make this journey?
Last June, Ken was going to participate in the Flight Foresight Fun Run. Like always, I wanted to be there to see him reach his goal that he had been working towards for several months before the event. Being that it would take him a few hours before he would finish, I thought I would catch some sun and have time to get acquainted with some puppies from Guide Dogs of America while I waited. We were about halfway to the race location when Ken looked at me and said, "You should do this with me." I just laughed and looked at him like he was insane. But before I could blink, I was at the starting line waiting for the gun to fire. Before I knew it, I crossed the finish line, with time to spare to see Ken as he crossed the finish line, about 7 minutes after me. Oh, dear, I was not supposed to say that. Sorry, honey. After the fun run, I decided to set a goal for the coming year to raise more funds for Guide Dogs of America, because as I was doing the race, I thought of how it would be if I was blind. Michael, could you imagine me driving my wheelchair if I could not see? It would be pretty scary, wouldn't it?
A few experiences along the way motivated Tanya to continue her journey.
One person, in particular, really sticks out at me. We had just finished crossing the Lewis and Clark Bridge into Oregon. That was very stressful. I essentially shut down all the southbound traffic to 7 miles per hour for about 20 minutes.
Finlayson and her family say the journey was tough at times. Her chin rubbed raw, forcing her to use her cheek to control her wheelchair for more than 25 miles, but Tanya was determined to finish.
I drive my chair with my chin, and by the time I made it to the bridge, my chin was starting to crack open. My lips were blistering from the weather, and my body was starting to ache. I was heading to Gladstone, so I had many more miles to go. A truck driver took the time to stop his 18-wheeler truck and gave me a survival bracelet. The trucker gave me the power to ignore my aches and pains and gave me the boost that I needed to continue.
Finlayson raised more than $30,000, but is determined to reach her goal of raising $42,000 and will not stop now. She's a certified skydiver making nearly 60 dives. Who knows what else is on her to-do list? Chefs Chardonnay and the Chime of Glasses will be creating the ambiance for Kirkland Uncorked this year. It will be at Marina Park to entertain residents and guests with a variety of art, food, and wine for a great cause. Proceeds from the event will benefit the Hope Heart Institute. Visitors will listen to live music at the Tasting Garden, where they can take part in a beautiful wine tasting and learn signature recipes from numerous chefs. The event will also feature restaurant samples and a grill-off contest between 3 chefs. Of course, one of the event's features is art, and the Kirkland Uncorked Promenade will feature art from local to national artists. It will also have jewelry, canvas art, and homemade clothing. The Kirkland Uncorked Boat Show, presented by the Seattle Boat Show, will be located at the marina and have opportunities for tours of some of the best boats on the market. If you don't have enough to do already, bring your dog to compete in a dog modeling contest for a cover shot on City Dog magazine. To be part of this fun summer event, head to the marina and bring the whole family, and don't forget the dog. For more information, visit kirklanduncorked.com. It should not come as a surprise that more tech businesses are settling in Kirkland, one of which being the world's largest provider of web hosting and domain names. Here is a clip from one of its more memorable ads.
There are two sides to GoDaddy. There's the sexy side represented by Bar Raffaelli, and the smart side that creates a killer website for your small business represented by Walter. Together, they're perfect.
That's right, GoDaddy signed a lease June 12th for a permanent office at Caroline Point, which has been a significant hive for high-tech activity for many years. Originally, GoDaddy was looking at offices in Bellevue and Kirkland, but CEO Blake Irving says it really came down to a combination of factors that helped give Kirkland the edge. The largest domain name registrar will also be expanding its operations to focus on engineering and stretch beyond domain registration. The new office is currently hosting 10 employees, but will be increasing to 20 to 30 in the next several months. Google's Kirkland office teamed up with 2 local neighborhoods on June 11th to host a cross-Kirkland corridor cleanup. To Google's public affairs manager, the cleanup had special significance.
Actually, this project is one of a number of projects that we're doing at Google this week as part of our Global Week of Service. So 1 week out of every year, Googlers, as we call Google employees, get out in their communities and volunteer on a variety of projects. We're particularly excited about this one because the neighborhood groups had approached us and asked if we wanted to do a joint project. So we were thrilled to be able to do that. So we're out here cleaning up the trail.
The Everest and Moss Bay neighborhoods' proximity to the Cross-Kirkland corridor motivated them to partner with Google on the cleanup.
We're basically trying to clean out a lot of the stuff down the railbed. There's a lot of people hiking up and down this corridor, and we're trying to make sure there's less stuff for them to trip in when they're going down the tracks. So just trying to clean it up and, get the weeds back a little bit until they can actually get the trail in.
To celebrate their efforts, Googlers put together a little something for volunteers.
We're all going to get together for dinner at the Google campus afterwards to just kind of celebrate the work that we did today. And yeah, it's been great so far.
Kirkland leaders are proud to see residents and businesses partnering to make a difference in the community. A Kirkland man received the Citizen Hero Award 6 weeks after performing CPR on a fellow resident. Kirkland Fire Chief Kevin Nalder presented David Gregg with the Citizen Hero Award at the June 18th City Council meeting.
CPR training is vitally important. You might think you're never going to be in a situation to use it, but that's what I thought too. And so I'd encourage anyone that hasn't had the training to take it. And I also realized that it would be a good idea for me to take a refresher.
On Saturday, May 4th, Gregg said he was out for a bike ride when he encountered another Kirkland resident, Kent Besaw, who was lying face down on a sidewalk near Northeast 100th Street. Gregg checked the man's pulse, and after telling another citizen to call 911, he began administering CPR, even though he took his last CPR class 2 decades ago. Shortly thereafter, acting fire captain Larry Peabody arrived on scene to assist in the resuscitation effort that eventually saved Besaw's life.
I would like to talk about the importance of this award. This is the second award that we've given. The last one was about 2.5 years ago. We don't give these out lightly, and they are for the Firefighter Motto, and the Firefighter Motto is the courage to act and the ability to perform. And this is a citizen that subscribed to that motto. He was prepared, he took CPR, and when he came upon a citizen in need, he put it into action, he took the courage to act.
The City of Kirkland offers free CPR training. To learn when CPR classes are scheduled, call the Parks Department at 425-587-3300. Do you have a knack for the arts? Then we have good news. An adult spot on Kirkland's Cultural Arts Commission is open. The The position is for an unexpired term ending March 31st, 2015. The Cultural Arts Commission advises the City Council on public art acquisitions and loans and also promotes strategic planning and development for arts, culture, and heritage in the community. Meetings are held the third Wednesday of every month from 4 to 6 p.m. and applications are available online at www.kirklandwa.gov and must be received prior to 4 p.m. on July 11th. And now we will leave you with some sights and sounds from Kirkland's very own Celebrate Kirkland 4th of July event.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, take proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
As always, thank you for watching Currently Kirkland. Remember, you can watch us on demand on the city's website, on your mobile device, and on YouTube. If you have any news tips, suggestions, or comments, please send them to kirklandtv@kirklandwa.gov. We'd love to hear from you.